Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to see how you can create a hamburger menu in SwiftUI. So this is the app which we are going to create in today's tutorial. So here if I click on this button, it will open the menu from the left, and when I tap on this area it will close it. So this is nothing but an hamburger menu. So we are going to see how you can add images, different text like name and country name, and at the bottom how you can add one form in SwiftUI. So let's get started and see how we can create this. So like always, I will open one new Xcode project. Click File, New Project. Let's resize this. But before that, I will first create the application. Let's name it as side menu, or better we can call it as hamburger menu. So make sure these settings are same and click next. And let's save it on our desktop. Basically it is called as hamburger menu because these three lines looks like a burger, so that's why it is called as hamburger. So yeah, that's the theory behind that. Now let's click here and add images first inside our project. So we need two images. One is this apple image and the one is of this female image. So let's add those first. So here I have added those two images. Let's add them here. Okay, I will rename them. So let's say it's female image and let's name it as apple. Let me now resize it to full screen so that you can see it properly. Okay, let me close this. Okay, let me resume this. Then I will press Command plus to increase the font. Okay, so now we can start. So the first thing what we are going to do is, you can see we have this apple background. So let's add that background first, this apple image. So for that I will create here one Z stack. Then inside this I will use one image, and that image will be apple which we have just added. And as you can see it's too big, so we need to resize that. So for that I will use resizable, and I will remove these two options which we don't need. Then after this you can see still it is looking not proper, so for that we need to give the aspect ratio. So for that I will say aspect ratio dot fill. Now it is looking much better. And then also I want it to go beyond this safe area, so for that I will say just ignoring safe area dot all, so that it will go beyond the safe area. Okay, so we have our background ready. Now we need to concentrate on the creating of this button. So for that I will use one V stack, and then inside that I will use one H stack, and I will add one spacer here so that this button will come on the very left side. So let's do that. So inside this Z stack only, so that it will come on top of that image, I will use V stack, and inside V stack I will use H stack, and inside this I will use my button. And this button will have again action and label. For action we will do it later. For here I want to use image, so I will say image with system name. So as you know, let me just write this small m here. System name we can use, and inside our SF symbols we have this image which is line dot horizontal dot 3. So you can see here there is one small image. So let me just change its modifiers on font so that it will look much better. So I will give font title, then I will give foreground color of dot white, and now you can see it's there, but now we need to set it here. So for that I will say let's add some padding to this. I will use only leading, and I will add padding of 20, so that when I move it here it will give some spacing between our this left side and the button. And then when I add spacer at the bottom, you can see it will shift to here. Now it is shifted here. Now what I want to do is I want to give some more padding here. Okay, now what we want to do is, next we want to add spacer at the bottom of this V stack, so that this button will push at the top. Okay, now you can see this button is there. Now we can write the next code where I want to give padding for this V stack also, which you can see here in the blue border. So let's give padding here so that this button will come inside. So you can see now it's at the right position where we want it. Now we can write the next code, which is creating of this view. So this view is basically going to be a complete view with some spacing on this side, and we are going to create half of this view using the edge stack. So let's get started and create that. So first I will use edge stack. Edge stack I'm using because I want to give these two things, one view here and one empty space here. So inside edge stack I will create a V stack, and this V stack have will spacing of 20. This V stack I am creating because I want these everything on vertical, and I want the spacing of 20 in between them. So that's why I've used this V stack with spacing. So as we know, we have here image, text and form. So let's create that. Now we need to resize this image. After resizing, you can see it's looking like this. We need to make it small, so we need to again set the aspect ratio before that. Then after this I will say frame. For frame I will use 150 by 150. Okay, frame is set. Now we need to set the clip shape so that it will look in circle shape. So by default it will take circles. So you can see it is now rounded. And then I need to add some padding also to this. Padding of, let's say from top I will add padding of 30, so that it will not go beyond this. So that's why I am adding this 30 padding. Now we are ready with the image. You can see padding is added here. Now after this we want to create text. So for text we will say lazy, and then I want to add some font to this. Then let's add some font weight. By default it is given bold, so I'm okay with that. Now you can see it's here in black color. Then we need to add the next text, which is the country name. Let me move this a little bit up. Okay, here I will say, let's say Australia. Okay, then after this I will say font. This time if I double click on this, it will give me multiple options. So I will select title 2, and for again I want to give this feature, that is font weight. Again I will double click here, and I will put or select semi bold here. So now you can see our this part is also ready, which is this much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the next part, which is our this form at the bottom. So form, you can create something like this. Inside this I will use one section, and the section will have one header, and for header we want to pass the text. So text will be like, by default we'll say first section, and outside this I will create this section, and inside this I just going to show one text like first cell. And you can see our this form is showing here. We need to adjust this forms, so we will do that later. First let's create these 4 sections. So for that I will just copy paste this code. Okay, let's call this as second, third, 4th. Okay, so now we have this. Now we need to add some padding to this. So for that I will add padding here for the form, that is from the left side, it is leading, and I will add padding of 20. So it's looking better now. Now let's add some background color also to our this V stack. So I will say, let me move it up. I will say foreground color, let's set the black so that all the text inside this is in black color. Then I will add some frame. For width I will say UI screen dot main dot bounds dot width should be 1.5 times of the main screen. So for that you can see it is this much. And for height I will just remove this so that it will take the default height, so that will just go beyond full length. So now you can see our this side menu is almost ready. Now what we want to do is we want to give some background color also. Like here you can see there is one gradient color, so let's give the gradient color. So for that I will say dot background, and inside this I will create a new linear gradient which will take one property of color. So before that I want to create one gradient, so I will say gradient, and this gradient will have this gradient with colors, and colors we are going to give as first one is red and the second one is color dot, let's say black, or we have I think blue, yeah, blue. So these two colors we want to give here, and after this we want to give start point also. So start point will be top leading, which means it will start from here, and the next parameter we want to give is end point, which is bottom trailing. Okay, so now you can see the color is same here. We have created this. Now let's adjust this by one more modifier, which is edges ignoring safe area to all side. And now we have created this between one edge stack, so it is by default coming at the center. So now if I add one spacer here, it will push this view on this very left side. So add the spacer here. Let's see if it is pushing it here. Yes, now our this menu is at the right position. Now what we want to do is, after this we have just created by default, if I run the app it will show me always this visible. So for that I need to create one property at the top which will handle the condition of showing or not for this side menu. So I will say @state private var show menu, it will be by default false. And then after this I want to create one more thing, that is like if you want to give here options, more options you can give here, but currently I'm not using that, so let's don't do that. Now the last part, if I say let's run this and see how it looks, we need to add this part also, where if we tap on this area it will hide that. So this is our app. So by default you can see it's visible, so it is showing every time. So to make this view hide, what we have to do is, first we have to handle the condition here, which is show menu should be toggled. So whenever we tap, that time only it should show. For that I'm doing this. And now let's do the last part where we want to hide it at the start, and when we open it, it should come with some offset, that is this part, which is this here, that when we tap on this part of the head stack it should hide it. So let's do that. So for that I will come here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some offset now. So I will come here, this is my main Z stack. So on that what I will do is I will add some offset, offset from X and Y, so it will be depending on the condition. Like show menu means if the menu is if the property is true, then I will say 0, means come make this X to be to the 0th position, that is here. And if it is not 0, means it is, if the show menu is false, then I want to hide it, so I will just move it here directly. How much part is visible, that is my screen width, that much I will give in minus value, so that it will move everything below this, or you can say behind this iPhone screen. So for that I will say minus of UI screen dot main dot bounds dot width, and our width is divided by 1.5. so it should hide that. Okay, there is some mistake. Okay, I have given space here. Yeah, now the next part is I want to give some background also. Here you can see it is moving this also, so for that we want to do some adjustment here. So for that I will first add the background. My background will be color, not here. I just need to move this Y value. I don't want to set the Y value, so let me just remove that. Yeah, now we need to set the color here. So color will be dot black dot opacity, and here opacity is also depending on the whether this is visible or not. So it will be 0.2, else it will be 0. So this opacity is nothing but this part, where if I open this I should translucent this part or hide this part little bit. So for that I'm using this opacity option. And now I want to say dot edges ignoring safe area dot all, and after this I have this option on tab gesture. What I'm going to do is with animation I will say, not here, with animation. I don't want this, so let's remove this, and inside this I'm going to toggle it. Okay, now let's try. Okay, so by default it is taking everything here on this side, so we need to add the offset properly here. So let me just check. It is 0, else it is minus screen of width size. Okay, so I think we have added this offset at the wrong place. Let me just cut this, and we have to add this to our this edge stack, which is this part. So if I add the offset here, now it should work fine. So now let's run this app and see if it's working fine. Okay, that is the previous app which we have seen at the demo. Now it is running the current app, and let's see. Okay, now we have our button at the right place. If I tap on this, you can see it's coming and it's going. But one thing you can observe, that when I click on this slider is directly coming here. It is not coming with some animation, but at the time of going it's going fine. So for that what I have to do is I have to just say, when I'm saying show animation, I have to add this inside animation. So I will say with animation, and I will say it like this. Let me just give the curly braces here. Okay, now let's run it again. Okay, so now you can see it's coming with animation, and that's all guys. This is how you can create a side menu or hamburger menu in SwiftUI. I hope you guys have learned something new in today's video. So to get the code for today's video, you can hit to my this GitHub page, where I will upload the project in here in under the repositories. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on here Instagram, where I post my daily video update, so that you will not miss any of the video in future. Also, if you want to learn Android, you can follow my journey here, where I have just started learning Android. So that's all guys for today's video. I hope you have learned something new, and to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. So thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.